And coming straight away is what got you guys full time into this was the fact that money started flowing in, right?
Correct.
So can you just say how, explain how that journey has been? Because content and media businesses are generally very tough.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason why you guys couldn't quit it, despite the fact that you had 1 million subscribers in the first year,
Yeah.
and yet you could not quit your jobs full time,
Right.
right? So can you just explain kaise, how did this happen? How did you guys grow?
And I
into
still feel that if your only source of revenue is YouTube ads,
right?
you still can't quit your
Okay.
job.
So what are the sources of revenue for you guys?
So, you want to go? Or
Raman,
So on a YouTube front, so
Yeah.
we have divided our business in two verticals. One
Right.
is original content, wherein
Right.
all our YouTube channels and our original content comes in.
right.
And the second part is the brand solutions wing, wherein we provide services, video production services to different brands.
So this
Okay.
is not Khooni Monday. This is TMV as a whole, which is
Okay.
our agency.
Okay, so you guys can create any animated video for anybody
Correct.
else.
Correct.
And
Live action, animation, any kind of video production.
Correct.
We do.
Okay.
So original content is basically driven right now by Khooni Monday,
Right.
because that's the brand that we have created
Right,
in the
right,
horror genre.
Right.
Now we are trying we are trying to create more genre brands,
Okay.
like a crime, like a motivational.
Oh, so you're trying to open up these new channels as a
Correct.
time. Okay. Yeah, so you know what, because I don't want to get into the
Okay.
services line of revenue per se, because
Understood.
you're just creating it for somebody and
Right.
somebody's paying you
Understood.
for it.
Got it.
Right.
So
What-
I'll tell you how we are monetizing Khooni Monday,
right.
and give you a brief into that.
Right.
So one is definitely the ads part, YouTube ads part.
Right.
For an animation channel, it's usually low,
Okay.
on the lower side,
Okay.
if you compare it with a fashion channel or somebody who's doing tech or
Right. Those guys
edutainment.
are very
Yeah.
expensive. Right. Huh. Cool.
So,
what are the
uh,
CPMs, if you don't mind, in this space, animations wala space?
So usually, I think for 1 million views, we generate around 10 to 15,000 of rupees
For 1 million views.
for 1 million views,
Wow. Okay.
which is not a lot.
Exactly.
And so that's something that has changed. So again, two things. Earlier, what we did was we used to do 4-5 minute stories.
Okay.
Now we are doing 8+ minute stories.
Okay. So the length really makes a lot of difference
Correct.
in terms of the CPMs that you get.
So
The length actually really helps in playing mid-roll ads.
Okay.
So you
So
get
8
multiple ads when you have a 8-minute
Long.
Right.
plus,
So
plus
long
video.
content.
For every 8-minute plus video, there is a mid-roll ad which plays in
Okay.
between.
Okay.
Otherwise, not.
Okay.
So if your video is less than 8 minutes, there will be only pre-roll ad or a post-roll ad. There will be no
Post-roll ad.
mid-roll ad.
Makes sense. So that's how you guys changed the strategy and
Right.
started to
Correct.
make it
Right.
8-minute more.
And that actually, obviously, it was some load on our animation team
Right,
to
right.
increase the length
Right.
and animate more.
Right.
But that has resulted in 40 to 50% more revenue.
Okay. So earlier, like you're saying right now, 15 to 60,000, 16,000. You were
Right.
earlier at about 8, 9, 10,000
Correct.
per video.
Correct.
And for per million views,
Per
and now
million
you're
views.
getting the same.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's YouTube revenues coming
That's
out.
YouTube revenues.
Right.
Now, a big source is branded content
Okay.
or a brand solutions
All right.
bit.
All right.
And that ranges from anything from a very meager 1 lakh
Okay.
per video integration
Okay.
or to a 10 lakh.
Per video integration.
video integration.
So what are the aspects that a brand is looking for out here? Do they count engagement? Do they count the number of views that have gone in? And how exactly do you kind of integrate a brand solution? Can you is it just a native
So
brand
again,
placement?
I think there are 3 kind of brands that I feel we are dealing with right now.
Okay.
One is looking for reach
Okay.
and impressions.
Okay.
Like
It's
a Prime
brand
Video.
brand awareness kind of a thing.
Like a Prime Video or a Netflix.
Okay.
So we've done campaigns for Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video and T-Series.
Where you kind of promote their shows and
Promote their
Correct.
horror movies and horror shows.
Okay. And you make animated short 8-minute videos.
Right.
Correct.
Right. And we and that is a dedicated branded content video for them.
Right. It goes out that this is
Yeah.
Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah. So it goes like Amazon Prime Video and Khooni Monday presents
Okay.
Chori horror story,
Right. Makes sense.
wherein we surround or we make the content in a manner wherein we are playing around with the movie.
Okay.
movie storyline.
Great.
Like
great.
for Bhoot Police, which released on Hotstar, we did a backstory of Kichkandi, which was the main folklore or the villain of Bhoot
that
Police.
particular,
Correct.
that particular show. Okay, great. Then the next kind of brand.
So the next kind of brands is a brand wherein they are looking for downloads,
okay.
but they are respectable brands.
By downloads, you mean these are probably digital apps?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
But what they're looking is, but they are also. So I think it's a mixed campaign where
Right.
they're looking for brand awareness plus downloads.
Right.
And they are again looking for a integrated video wherein the shout out or the kind of integration, the way the creator is
Right.
asking his audience to download these apps should be creative.
So
Okay.
they want to tap into the loyalty
Aspect of
of the
Correct.
YouTuber.
Right.
And the third one is the brand, like they are like normal apps who
Right.
just want reach in terms of like
They just want downloads. They are basically looking at that ROI thing.
Okay, come and put my link
correct.
out there.
So
and
if,
Yeah,
if as a YouTuber we get on an average million views
right.
plus per videos, for them we are a good audience to run their ads.
To kind of
Ah.
get.
They're not looking at what kind of content we are making,
Right.
what is the kind of thing which we can relate it back to their brand. They're just doing it
For the sake of
हाँ,
they just know
influencer
that
activity कर ली.
your audience and their audience
Correct.
matches and kind of
Right.
thing. Right. Tell me something, yaar. What is the repeatability of these campaigns that you get in a month? Like, first question. How many such brand deals or these kind of brand associations are you doing on an average in a quarter, in 6 months?
So I think we are doing close to in a quarter. I think we are doing 2 a month. I think
2 a month you're
2 a
doing,
month.
and it can vary across
It
any
can
of these
vary
three
across.
that you
Yeah,
mentioned, right? Is it inbound, outbound? Do you go out and speak to a lot of people and make calls?
So initially, for the first 1.5 years, I was doing a lot of cold emails
Okay.
to a lot of brands.
Right.
At that point of time, like around 2018.
Is it on
19,
the same different laptop file in
Yeah.
Axis Bank? Okay.
So that's
Alright.
that's the
Yeah.
case. So at that point of time, these influencer agencies were not that. The content space that at that point of time was growing, like
Right.
19, 20 and
Right.
all. And a lot of influencer agencies and brands are not looking into influencer marketing. But
Okay.
right now what has happened, it's picked up a lot.
The market has changed,
yeah,
exploded.
absolutely.
So now
absolutely.
creators-
creator economy is everything.
Right,
Correct.
right.
So now we don't, and since we have grown also, I don't know what's the reason, but earlier we were like reaching out to the brands.
But
Now
now
we are getting.
they're coming back to you and
yeah.
they're kind
Yeah.
of, it's happening a lot,
And
right?
sometimes, so since the channel is big with the 3 million number, people are reaching out to us, and we don't necessarily have to go out and speak to category 2 and category 3. But
Right.
we are always looking out for partnerships for that category 1 brands, which is like a
Okay.
Prime Video
Okay.
or a Netflix
Okay.
or a Spotify.
All right, makes sense. So the first revenues is the YouTube ads, then comes down these brand deals and associations that you do. Anything else that you do?
Yes. So as a content brand, now we are creating a lot of content.
Right.
A big aspect which comes into the picture is content licensing.
Okay. Yes.
So we license our content to audio apps.
And
To-
that's there on Spotify that everybody
it's on
knows about.
Spotify, it's on
Correct.
Audible, it's on Ghana. So
Okay.
we
So-
have
No, see, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. One thing in the audio space is that you kind of put your content out on an RSS feed and then it gets pushed out to different
Right.
consumer facing.
so we are not doing that.
You're not doing that.
We are doing fixed fee deals.
Fixed fee deals wherein, and these are all non-exclusive or exclusive ones, like specific 10 episodes here, 20 episodes there. Or-
These are exclusive in the audio space.
Alright.
So right now we are in an exclusive partnership with Spotify.
Spotify, right.
And it's been really well associating with them as well.
Right.
So in the audio space, these have been exclusive partnerships.
Right.
But on the TV front, on the satellite front,
Right.
our Khooni Monday stories are also like one can see them on QTV or Ishara TV.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
These are all non-exclusive deals that we are doing on the TV side.
All right. And you get paid out here on the basis of licensing per piece of content or anything, number of listens or number
Yeah,
of...
absolutely. So it's like
Hardly deal.
the duration of the content.
That is being
basically.
streamed on their platform. They'll pay you as per the
Not
hour.
no,
the
no.
streamed on their platform, like the content that we are giving.
Okay,
we
okay.
are giving them
Okay.
probably a 10 hours of content.
Okay.
Or we are giving them probably 100 stories. So it'll be either a per story deal, per story some amount, or it will be a per hour deal.
Okay, I want to just understand more of how these deals work, right, on the platform.
Yeah.
So you have these 10 stories there of 10 hours, right? So Spotify will put it out exclusively for, let's say, 1, 2 years, 3 years, whatever
Right.
that exclusivity of the contract. Those 10 stories on their platform, you get probably a monthly, quarterly, whatever. But that's been fixed in the beginning, right?
Right.
It can go to 1 million
Correct.
listens, it
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have 0 listens, right?
So we are not doing anything which is
Revenue share.
rev share model.
Okay,
Which
okay.
revenue, we are not, so any deal that we are doing is not dependent on the performance on their platform.
Okay, great.
So they are performing well,
Right.
which we know.
That's
Uh,
awesome. It's always there. It's trending here in the top
Right.
10. Always, you guys have been there.
Right.
And we see a lot of LinkedIn posts also from someone on Spotify saying great, and I think you guys have also put it out or something.
We
Right?
have.
But tell me something, yeah.
We have to do our own branding, otherwise it's
It's a way of cold
Yeah.
emailing which Raman wants to
It's
sit
like
back
that.
and relax probably now. So, but tell me something, yeah, how does so are these stories that you're
Yeah.
giving out? These are the same as on YouTube.
Right.
The
Right.
same ones you've picked
The
it up
same
and
ones.
okay.
For Spotify, we've done a extended partnership, which
Alright.
is like so we are giving them an exclusivity window,
Right.
wherein 7 days ahead of our YouTube channel,
Okay.
one can listen to that story on Spotify.
Okay, I
And
was about to come to that. How does that work out? Like,
Right.
if you're coming out with new stories, so 7 days in advance you can listen to it on Spotify, and then you come down here and
If you want to see it animated, you come on YouTube.
you come on YouTube and kind
And
of,
also, what we are doing with Spotify partnership is we are offering a bonus episode which releases every Friday.
Only
We
on
call it-
Spotify.
Only on Spotify, which we
Okay.
which we are calling it as a Freaky Friday.
okay, so that's there only and only on Spotify, and
Right.
that's also
But the IP is with us.
the IP is with you guys, and when the contract ends, then
Right.
you kind of great. And I was surprised. I mean, I didn't know about the fact that you guys are also doing it on like OTT channels.
Right.
So your animated videos go
Right.
out there, right? And they kind of release in a bunch or all together, or how does that work?
So,
So that really depends on the programming of the channel itself.
Yeah.
So I guess Tata Sky, what they did was they had
we did a deal with Shimaru as well, wherein we were present on all D2H platforms.
Okay.
So
Correct.
Tata
so,
Sky, Airtel
so
and all.
Shimaru in turn sold it to Tata Sky,
Okay.
wherein they had a
sub-licensing deal.
they had a
Yeah.
paid horror channel, Tata Sky, wherein
Okay.
they used to play our videos as a filler between 2 episodes and all.
Okay.
So that's what it actually started initially. That was our first content deal, and then different Ishara TV, QT, different platforms.
So now they're programming it as a half-an-hour shows.
Okay, half an
Like-
hour shows that come out every once
Right.
in a week, kind of a
So-
thing.
QTV has named it Khooni Mondays. It comes on every Monday 8:30 to 9.
Okay.
And
What's the response been there?
it's been great so far because
Alright.
they've been asking for more content. So I'm
Okay.
assuming it's been great. But we don't ask numbers from them. They don't also share.
So a lot of
numbers.
these platforms don't share numbers.
They don't share numbers with you
Yeah.
guys. It's just an upfront deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the money and get out.
Yeah.
Okay, not
We
get out,
prefer
but,
that actually.
Okay, that's
Taking the
something.
money and getting out.
because
Actually.
because we have invested a lot of money in producing this content.
Exactly.
So animation is not cheap. So if we have done 100 odd stories, we have invested a lot of money in terms of time, efforts, overall reinvesting our money into it.
Okay.
And now if we don't do the licensing deals upfront, we are not able to break